Hey guys, what is up? It is me, the Chosen One, back at you again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about esports and are they the future? So esports are a relatively new thing. They've only been going on the past 10-20 years, I want to say. As video games have gotten more and more advanced and they've gotten more and more competitive, we've seen more and more money being pumped into esports with things like League of Legends, Dota 2, and CSGO getting very popular. We've even seen some of these tournaments getting on TV, such as Eleague, and some of the Dota 2 majors, I believe, are also on ESPN. So it's really interesting to see that esports are starting to come into the mainstream, and this leads to the question of, are they actually going to be the future of entertainment? When I say the future of entertainment, I don't mean that they're going to replace FIFA, and I don't mean that they're going to replace the NFL or the NBA, because these industries are billion-dollar industries, and there's no way they would let that happen. But the best way I want to, discuss this topic here is the fact that our generation is pretty much, it's seemingly the first generation that grew up with serious video games that are competitive, and esports are there and they're actually gaining a little bit more traction. So if you look at it, when your parents were growing up, they had games like Mario and a lot of the old classic games that were kind of kiddie and meant for children and weren't really all too competitive. So that's why a lot of adults now look at games now as, kiddie little games, because they're not really into it anymore and they think games are still the way that they are when they grew up. What a lot of people need to realize is that games have evolved, they've gotten more competitive, and overall they're a lot more adult friendly, they're a lot more mature, and games are a lot deeper than they were 10-20 years ago. If we're going to look into the future, our generation is going to be the generation that are adults, and you know what, it's going to be cool because we're going to grow up with these video games. We're going to grow up with the more mature competitive video games. So we're not going to look at our kids hopefully and go, yeah, they're just playing stupid video games, it's a waste of time, it's for children, blah blah blah, why are you still playing video games as an adult? I think that whole stigma is going to be gone, because recently we've seen nerd culture, we've seen gaming culture, it's becoming more and more mainstream, and a lot of advertisers and a lot of companies are seeing the potential in it, and that's why we're seeing it on TV. Because you know what, there's a lot of money being pumped into this, there's a lot of chances for people to start businesses. That's why we're seeing a lot of these businesses start up, like OP Skins, things like CSGO Lounge, and just all these things that are going on in the esports community. There's a lot of advertising going on. If you've watched any of the CSGO majors, there's a lot of advertisements. We're seeing it on TV. Like I said, there's advertisements on TV. It just seems like there's more money being pumped into this, and that means that hopefully it will only improve and get better. We've been seeing that with more tournament money, higher production quality, and I think it's only going to continue to improve from here. Add on to the fact that, the internet is getting bigger and bigger, it means that anyone can host their tournament, anyone can play a game on live stream, and games will just overall get more and more popular. It's really cool to see, because before, if we wanted to see video games being played, we couldn't go on Twitch, we couldn't go on the internet, we would have to go on TV, and a lot of the TV networks didn't want to play video games because they didn't think they were profitable. But now we can go to Twitch, and we have things like Twitch that are proving that video games are actually a profitable thing. We're proving that, people are willing to watch this, as we've broke 1 million views one time concurrently on a CSGO major. That is absolutely insane to think that 1 million people are watching people play video games, and it's absolutely awesome, and just shows these advertisers and shows these people who maybe don't really understand esports, it shows them that this is a viable thing and something that hopefully will continue on in the future. I'm personally very excited. I think esports can be the future, and I think it's something that we'll see continue to grow and grow and grow, because once again, esports is one of those things where you don't have to be physically gifted, you don't have to, be this or that. Of course, some people will have the advantage over others because, guess what, they're gonna have like better reaction time, they're gonna have overall better skill sets than you, but if you're watching the pros do stuff, you can go out and actually play that game. So I think esports are a lot more relatable than something like football or soccer or baseball, because when you watch those sports, you would need to get other people together in real life and then go outside. I feel like when you're watching CSGO, then when you watch the pros play and you're like, oh, that looks awesome, I want to do that, all you have to do is literally boot up CSGO, go into matchmaking, and play the game. Maybe necessarily you're not going to get the same experience as the pros, but you're going to get something pretty similar in the way that it's 5v5, the rules are all the same, and you're playing with pretty good competition, I guess you could say. Let me know what you guys think, though. What do you think is the future of esports? Do you think esports is going to start to slowly take over more and more? Do you think it's going to get bigger and bigger? Or do you think esports may slip up and actually end up failing? Tell me in the comments down below what you think. And if you like this video, how about you hit that like button? And if you dislike this video for some odd reason, how about you hit that dislike button? And if you're new, how about you subscribe? But yeah, guys, this has been The Chosen One Inc. And as always, peace out.
Hey, I only show affection when I get an erection. I got bitches in the city tryna get in my section. I got niggas in the cut and they took lethal weapons. Boto hits you so hard you might think that it's tech.